Hi, I'm Miss Kathy from the Dorchester County Library, and welcome to Storytime. And today I have some stories for Thanksgiving, and two of the stories are actually poems that are also songs. The first story that I have today is If You Plant a Seed, Words and Paintings by Kadir Nelson. Kadir Nelson is a very famous illustrator, but he wrote the words for this book too. And this book is published by Balzer and Bray, which is part of HarperCollins Books and read with permission from HarperCollins Books. If you plant a tomato seed, a carrot seed, and a cabbage seed, in time, with love and care, tomato, carrot, and cabbage plants will grow. If you plant a seed of selfishness, in a very short time, it will grow and grow and grow into a heap of trouble. But if you plant a seed of kindness, in almost no time at all, the fruits of kindness will grow and grow and grow. And they are very, very sweet. The end. The next book I have is called Too Many Toys. And I picked this book because we talk a lot about toys this time of year. And I thought this was a really good book. And this is by David Shannon, who wrote the No David books. And if you look at the pictures, it looks very much like No David. But this book is about a boy named Spencer. And this book is published by Blue Sky Press, which is part of Scholastic Books and read with permission from Scholastic Books. Too Many Toys by David Shannon. Spencer had too many toys. They covered the floor of his bedroom and piled up in his closet. They were stashed under his bed. They spilled down the stairs and into the living room. He had big toys in the backyard and little toys in the bathtub. Sometimes Spencer played with nice, quiet wooden pull toys. Other times he played with noisy, crazy electronic toys. He had puzzles, board games, and talking books that fueled his mind. and loud, jumpy, frenzied video games that fried it. Spencer liked to make his toys into a parade that stretched from one corner of the house to the other and back again. There was an entire zoo of stuffed animals and a gigantic army of little action figures. He had a fleet of planes, trains, and toy boats and a convoy of miniature trucks and cars. He also had lots and lots of musical instruments, art supplies, and alien spaceman weapons. Everyone gave toys to Spencer. Of course his mom and dad did, but so did Grandma Bobo, and Poppy, and Granddaddy, and Auntie Mem, and Uncle Fred, and Cousin Drew. They gave him toys for every holiday, even the 4th of July, and his birthday. He also got toys from all his friends on his birthday, and on their birthdays too when he went to their parties. He got toys at the drive-thru with his kid burger, and at school for having lots of peace person points, and at the dentist and the doctor when he didn't squirm. That's a lot of toys. They were becoming a household hazard. Have you ever stepped on a Lego piece in your bare feet? Or a jack? Well, it really hurts, especially if you weigh as much as Spencer's dad. You can also trip on things like railroad tracks and race cars if you're carrying a load of laundry. One day, Spencer's mom had it up to here with all the toys. "Spencer," she yelled on her way upstairs, "you have too many toys." "That's impossible," thought Spencer. Then she said, "We're going to get rid of some of them." "That's a catastrophe." "Pick out which toys you don't want," she ordered, "and put them in this box." "But I love them all," Spencer cried. "All right," his mother said, "I'll help you." She picked up an alien space ninja. "How about this one? You haven't played with this in years." "But I was just about to." "Spencer," his mother said, "it doesn't have a head." "I'm making him a new one," Spencer replied. "Fine," said Spencer's mother, "but this can definitely go." She put down the alien and picked up a filthy one-eared bunny. "Not Mr. Fluffer's! Mom, how could you?" "This one then," she said. "That's Mr. Fluffer's best friend." "This one?" "Mother, have you forgotten? Grandma Bobo gave me that one on my 4th birthday, and I'll never be 4 again. Ever." "Oh, please, Spencer," said his mom, rolling her eyes. "Don't be so dramatic." "Okay," she said, "you can keep that one, but I'm giving away this pig and the Johnny Choo Choo." "Tell you what," countered Spencer, "I'll let you have the pig, but I get Johnny Choo Choo." "What are you, a lawyer now?" asked Spencer's mother. "You can keep Johnny Choo Choo, but the cow goes in the box too. Deal?" "How about 2 Gitchy Goomies instead," said Spencer, "and I'll throw in a little peeper of your choice." "How about all of them go in the box or you don't watch TV for a week?" Spencer decided it was in his best interest to agree. "Deal." "Finally, some toys in the box," sighed Spencer's mom. "I had no idea this would be so much work." She plopped down on the floor next to an egg-shaped pirate that bellowed, "Arr! Avast ye scurvy dog! Avast! Arr, scurvy yog! Dervy og! Dervy og!" "Here's another one you can do without," she said. "No problem," said Spencer. His mom nearly fell over. "What? You're going to give it up just like that?" "Sure," Spencer replied. That's Dad's. So Spencer and his mom went through every toy box and looked in every closet and under every bed until they had haggled and wrestled and argued over every toy in the entire house. Finally, they were finished, and his mom had a cup of hot tea and a short rest. Then she went upstairs to begin loading the toys into the car. But instead of a nice, neat box of toys all ready to go, she saw a big, messy pile of toys all over the floor. "Spencer," she screamed, "what have you done? We had a deal." "You were right, Mom," Spencer called from his bedroom. "I do have too many toys. But we can't give away this box. It's the best toy ever." The end. Well, my next two stories are actually poems that are songs, and they're about America and Thanksgiving. And the first one is America the Beautiful. And this is a poem written by Catherine Lee Bates, and the illustrator for this book is Wendell Miner. And this book is found in the 800s, 811 section, which is where we keep our poems about America, or poems by American poets. And if you ask me where those are, I'll be glad to show you. We have lots of great poetry books at the library. And so I'm not going to sing this because this is actually a song too, but I'm going to just read the words. And you can look at the pictures by Wendell Miner of different places in America. America the Beautiful. And this is published by G.P. Putnam's Sons, which is part of Penguin Books and read with permission from Penguin Books. America the Beautiful, poem by Catherine Lee Bates. In the beginning, it just tells a little bit about how she wrote the poem. She took a trip across the country and took notes and wrote down things in a journal. And then when she looked at her journal later, she got the idea to write this poem. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee. And crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for pilgrim feet whose stern impassioned stress a thoroughfare for freedom beat across the wilderness. America, America, God mend thine every flaw, confirm thy soul in self-control, thy liberty in law. Oh, beautiful for heroes proved in liberating strife, who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life. America, America, may God thy gold refine, till all success be nobleness, and every gain divine. Oh, beautiful for patriot dream that sees beyond the years. Thine alabaster cities gleam, undimmed by human tears. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from Sea to Shining Sea. And then if you checked out this book, it would tell you a little bit about Catherine Lee Bates, who wrote the poem, and Samuel Augustus Ward, who wrote the music for the song. And it even has the music for the song if you wanted to play that. And then it tells about the pictures that were painted by the artist and illustrator Wendell Miner, about all the different places in the United States where he got ideas for the pictures. And some of the things, these pictures are scenes from history, like the picture of the Pilgrims. And then there is even a map of the United States. So this is a very cool book. It's in our poetry section. And my last book is also a Thanksgiving poem. This is Over the River and Through the Wood by Lydia Marie Child. And this was written over 150 years ago. But this version is illustrated by David Ketrow. And in the back it tells a little bit about Lydia Marie Child. And this poem, Over the River and Through the Woods, was actually part of a larger poem called A Boy's Thanksgiving Day. Now David Ketrow makes very silly pictures, so the pictures that go with this version of Over the River and Through the Wood are really silly. They're about a family going to visit the grandparents, and the baby has an adventure. So if you look at the pictures, you'll see all the crazy things that happen to the baby in this story. And I'm just going to read this. I'm not going to sing this. The music is not in this version. We do have another version of this poem that has the music. And this is also in 811 in our American Poetry section. So let's find out what happens. And this book is published by Henry Holt and Company, which is part of Macmillan Books and read with permission from Macmillan Books. Over the River and Through the Wood by Lydia Marie Child, illustrated by David Ketrow. Over the river and through the wood to grandfather's house we go. The horse knows the way to carry the sleigh through the white and drifted snow. There's that baby climbing out of the window. Over the river and through the wood, oh how the wind does blow. It stings the toes and bites the nose. Now the baby's out of the car. As over the ground we go. Over the river and through the wood to have a first-rate play. Hear the bells ring, ting-a-ling-ding. Hurrah for Thanksgiving Day. Over the river and through the wood, trot fast, my dapple gray. Spring over the ground like a hunting hound, for this is Thanksgiving Day. Over the river and through the wood, and straight through the barnyard gate. We seem to go extremely slow. It is so hard to wait. Over the river and through the wood, now grandmother's cat I spy. Hurrah for the fun. Is the pudding done? Hurrah for the pumpkin pie. The end. Well, thanks for listening today, and I'll see you next time.